Hi everyone, this is Mithun here. Today we will learn how to install Jenkins in an EC2 instance. What is the basic requirement that I've already discussed about if you watched my earlier videos, if we have actually discussed about how to install Tomcat in a Red Hat machine. So we have to follow the same process. Once the Tomcat is installed in an EC2 machine, then we have to look for Jenkins war file in Google. So we have a list of Google Jenkins war file, and we have to select the updated file, because Jenkins will update every day a new update regarding the war file. So we can go ahead and download that link to our Linux machine and then unzip the file, and we can copy the entire Jenkins war file to Tomcat or OPT Tomcat web apps location. And once it is done, then we can directly go ahead and try to open the Jenkins from the browser. That is the IP address of the EC2 machine, :8080 and /Jenkins. So we will get to a page where it asks to check for the password. We will go ahead and copy the password from the link, that is cat password, and then we will update the new password and try to install this plugins which is needed for Jenkins, and then we will try to see if we are able to execute a simple job in Jenkins. So this is what we are trying to do now. So I have my EC2 instance which is currently connected, and we have the Tomcat running, and the instance I have already launched in my previous YouTube tutorial. So you can go ahead and check how to get to this page. So we have Tomcat which is ready in the 65100 102. So it is ready. So we will get connected to our server. So here I have my server. So before that I will have to, let me just check ls, and let me just check if I'm able to get connected here. Okay, it's taking a bit time. So before that we will go ahead and try to check for our open a Google page and Jenkins war. So I'll just type jenkins.war downloads. This is the place we have to go. Yes, update jenkins.io, that's the location. So I'll just open it in a new browser tab. So we have 2.392, that's the latest link. So I'll just copy this link address. It's going to be a zip file. So let me just, I need not have to copy this. Let me just connect to my terminal. Okay. So it is connecting to my sudo -i. So I'm the root user now. wget, let me just take ls. So we have the Apache that we have downloaded earlier. wget space the link of the var file. So it is getting downloaded. So once it is done, so we are trying to copy this information. To the Tomcat web apps location. So, okay. Let me just check it is again jenkins.war. It's a zip folder, I guess. So let's go ahead and unzip. So we have checked, we have the jenkins.war file which has all this information here. However, I will just copy this information jenkins.war file to my web apps location. So it has already been done. So let's go ahead and try to open the Jenkins file here. That is, we are already in the Apaches, and slash Jenkins. So usually we don't unzip the var file. What we have done here, once it is downloaded, we directly go ahead and try to push those jenkins.var file in the web apps location. So the browser is getting ready, and the first time when we try to connect to the Jenkins, we have to give the administrative password. So currently we don't have the administrative password here, so we have to get to the root user again, and we just type cat space the location where exactly the password secrets has been updated. So we will just copy this password, okay, and we will paste it in the password location. So paste it and click on connect. So the first step that we have trying to do in Jenkins is we're trying to install suggested plugins. So Jenkins is nothing but is a collection of plugins where we can reuse for our processes, and it's usually used for our CI/CD projects. So it's going to take a little while. It's getting started. It's going to get all those required plugins and get installed in the Jenkins application here. So when we go to the Jenkins here, we have jenkins.war. We have all the releases each day or each consecutive day. They're going to release with the new options that we have. So when we are trying to install it, make sure we take the latest one, jenkins.war plugin. And coming down to this, we have some documentation, installation, Jenkins pipeline, managing Jenkins, and troubleshooting in Jenkins. We have different kind of documentation to the information is available in this page. We just have to use that. So let's go ahead and check our Jenkins is being updated or not. Yeah, it's almost half the way. So there are a lot of APIs built, tools, credentials, timestampers, and pipelines. So it will be used in our upcoming projects. These information that we used to used in our CI/CD projects. That is nothing but continuous integration and continuous development projects. So these are the files which is inside the Jenkins, the main var file. We try to unzip it. So it is not necessary that we need to unzip this jenkins.war file. Let's go ahead and see cd space /opt tab tomcat slab webapps So in this one, if you type ls, so all this documentation files and everything which is needed to run this application which is getting installed. And we can also check our instances, which is this is the one instance that we have tried to connect, and we are using a 65.1.100.102. That's the IPv4 IP address that we are trying to connect. And the security settings, we can just go ahead and check. That is, we are using port number, that is TCP protocol port number for SSH, and we are using a TCP for 8880. These are the two ports that we are open for this one particular applications in the EC2. So we will see it's almost getting done here. So once this is done, we will try to run a small job and see how we can using the shell script. So we will use today the execute in shell that we will update as a date. That is a shell script command that we will use and try to see how it actually responds to those build function, or when we try to create a job. So we have multiple plugins that we can use in Jenkins. That's why most of the companies, they use Jenkins for CI/CD projects. So once this process is done, we just have to update a username and a password. The username should be on admin and the password should be admin. And again, depends upon the company that you work with, they will provide you what needs to be updated as a username and a password. Okay, so if we want to come back to our root pwd, so it's in the sudo -i. So we'll come back to the root IP of this location. Here when we type pwd, yes, we are in the root location. Okay, we are almost getting done. Just wait for another 2 minutes and we will be ready to go. The monitoring tool that we have here will show give the CPU usages and count and other information. So we just what we have done from the last 15 to 20 minutes. If we have installed this Jenkins in a better instance, then the process would be much more faster. Currently we are using a one CPU. That's the reason it's taking a little longer. Or if you take a T2 medium, so the processor would be a little high. Usually in the Jenkins application, or in a scenario or a working scenario, we usually install the Jenkins in T2 medium. Yeah, we have the option here, admin. So I updated with the new password. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and click on new item, and I will say test. It should be a freestyle project. You will see a small instance how we're going to build a small job here on Jenkins. We can actually give the description, so I'm not updating those. And build setup, in build setup execute shell, so I'm just updating as DATE, and apply and save. Okay, and we will go and click on build now. So when we just check on the build now, here it has already been executed. So the in the output console we will see started by user admin, and we have just updated a command that is date, and it was showing up the date and it shows finished. So whenever we complete one test or a process or a job, if it shows here in the green checkbox, that means it is successfully completed. So today we have installed Jenkins in a Tomcat EC2 instance using the jenkins.war file, and then we changed the admin password, created a new password, and tried to install the complete application, I mean the plugins in Jenkins, and try to run as execute shell command, that is date, and it was working fine. I hope you are able to understand a bit of Jenkins here, how to install. And thank you for watching, and you have a great day.